So, thanks for joining in, guys. My name's Del Sim, aka the Highlander. Showing off a couple of things I wanted to share with you. This ball set here, the Dynaspheres Platinum set. They also do come in gold, silver, bronze and tungsten, I believe. But we're specifically going to look at the Platinum set. This is a nice unboxing video on behalf of Championship Fabric Billiards. They've been kind enough to send me a set and to take a more in-depth kind of technical look at what this is all about. So let's have a look. Ooh. So straight out of the box, you're hit by two templates. Template number one, this is the 9-ball template. You can kind of see it's a little bit more flimsy, a little bit more paper thin on one side. Kind of looks like the turtle rack in my opinion, but it's got a bit more of a sort of shine to it, which means it should probably last a little bit more, it should be a bit more hard wearing, should last a little bit longer. It's specifically for 9-ball. It's a shame they didn't do a 10-ball one. I would have liked to have seen that just as a 10-ball enthusiast myself. Looking at this one, this is the 15-ball rack, specifically for 8-ball. So they have kind of geared it towards 8-ball and 9-ball. Although with that kind of section there, you might be able to plant the 10-ball rack in there as well, if you do want to use a slightly bigger rack. Looking at the actual set itself, contains 2 cue balls, so that's 7 striped, 8 solid balls. Does come with a nice kind of like cleaning cloth there. Cleaning cloth I haven't taken out yet, but let's have a look at it. Should just be enough for an individual clean of each ball. Does actually look quite nice. Forget the whiskey, this is mine. Thank you, cheers. First thing I notice is the 2 cue balls. Both you can kind of see as a nice really high sheen finish on that. Try and bring it a little bit closer. You can kind of just see on there. Obviously I'm not in front of the camera, so I apologise. This kind of little propeller design. Now they're calling it it's called a blue rotor. Rotor being, it's basically for increased feedback on spin. So whether you're a player, whether you're spectating, you should be able to see what spin the person is implied on the ball. And you can see that's uniform throughout this on the rotor design that they have here. I personally like it. It takes a little bit of getting used to. As everyone knows, Aramith, they absolutely dominate the market, so it's nice to see a competitor come in that's different from the Cyclop balls, where the colouring for me was slightly off. I think they've got the colours on this one bang on. The reason being, I always used to get confused between the 6 and 7. Those are my 2 kind of balls I hated. And you can see on this one, they've made the 6 a kind of grey colour. It's quite nice in that respect. I know that I'll never get them messed up again. The colours for me, they're a lot more generic to what I'm used to. So playing with like the TV Cup set that Aramith produced, I thought the Pro Cup TV balls were the best ones that were kind of out there at this time. I know they've recently come out, obviously the Duramith, but these ones, I think this more lilac-y colour, that will sit better for me on TV because it's slightly easier to see. The only thing I'm concerned about is obviously they've made the 8-ball a full solid black. See there's kind of like solid black in the middle as well on both sides. I would have preferred it to a bit more uniform. I don't think it needed to be separated from the rest of the balls. You know, I understand that the 8-ball in a lot of games is a money ball and it's a widely played game. But if you're going to do that, why wouldn't you do that with the 9 and 10 as well? Just an observation, you know, just my honest opinion. Other than that, the set, they actually look very highly polished. For sure, they're going to be nice and easy to clean up every now and again as well. You can kind of see there, just with a few, you know, normal fingerprints. Doesn't look like it's spotting. So with that, the process that they go through, there is I understand there's a 23-day process that goes into making the full set. So Aramith also claim that they take up to 23 days. I pretty much guarantee that it probably differs between their low end and their high end of balls, which is, this is the Platinum set as well. They've also got, I believe, a 49 step. Let me just quickly check that. Yeah, there's 49 individual steps that they take in curating and curing the ball. If any imperfections come up, then they do obviously take them away. There's 54 different tests to ensure that they get to this high quality before they go out of the factory, which I like. I can't really do too much of a comparison. All I will say is that the Aramith, they have 13 steps. So if you were going to say that the the Dynaspheres do actually take they probably have at least 3.5 times more sort of perfection steps than what Aramith currently go through. That would probably be the only comparison that I'd do to that at this point in time. Like I say, I do love that it comes with 2 balls. For this one, if I do want to just take a practice ball with me, I would love to take that through. You can have that and you can take that away. This one, I've got my lucky eagle eye strapped onto this Myth leather case. As everyone knows, I'm kind of just upgrading on that side, so love how the case came out. Big shout out to Myth leather out there. Any other questions you've got, guys, I'd be more than welcome to answer them in the chat. As you know, I'm a bit more sort of geared up towards the technical side of understanding how the balls react. In the next video, I will look at, I'll put them out on a table, we'll do some strike tests and probably do some spin tests with them as well. Because looking at this, I'm just trying to see how the spin is going to actually look. And I do think that it's definitely geared up towards kind of a better viewing experience on TV. The colours and the selection for me, definitely the best part about it. And I'm actually just going to cue this up as well, actually, just while we're here and we're looking at these. So you can see this one, this is the Hyperion ball. On this side it has the diamond and the dot. This was the standard Aramith, the Super Pro Cup ball that they have. Personally, I love these. These are what I kind of started playing with. I do prefer them because they do make it a lot easier to sight. And obviously, it's the ones we're all used to seeing on TV. So I do think the Cyclop have improved with the Hyperion ball because it's far less opaque, and that means that the sides of the ball, when I was sighting it, I could almost felt like I could see through the side of the ball, if that makes sense. But I do believe they've eliminated both of that with the use of this propeller design. I do like the softer blue, it's not as harsh on the eye. And I'm keen to see, you know, it's very much similar spacing to what the red dot system had on it as well. A little bit darker in coloration, which, you know, doesn't bother me too much. The real key in it is knowing that I always found the red dot to be slightly heavier than the previous single blue dot or the single red dot that was out with Aramith as well. So I don't have some scales, but I'd be interested to see what the hit feels like in comparison. And again, in the next video, I'll do 3 shots with each 3 balls, and then hopefully we can look at, you know, something that that shows up as a kind of unique difference, if you like. Anyway, that's been my video, guys. I would love to see a carry set actually. Is there anyone out there that wants to, you know, build? I know Aramith, they have their own little carry case, but necessarily I don't want to carry all 15 balls all the time. So I'm wondering, is there anywhere out there that would just carry 9 or 10 balls at a time? Something that you could carry to practice, you know, similar to the cases that are out there at the minute. But maybe someone wants to jump on that. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I'll speak to you guys later. Thanks very much.